Hello, Samantha. Hello. All right, I'm really happy that you're here. I wanted to take this opportunity to just kind of chat with you. You have crossed over the 8 week mark of being in the program and the Fear Stepping Pathway. So I want to kind of get a feel from you, like I have with some of the other ladies, of what your experience has been like. Maybe kind of just start off by like introducing yourself and like how, you kind of heard about the program.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. So I am Samantha. I've been in this program for 8 weeks now, and it has changed my life. It
Okay.
has changed the way I see things, the way I do things, um, my thought process, pretty much everything that's connected to me, whether it's physically, spiritually, emotionally, it has made that effect and impact on my life daily.
Okay. I love that. All right. So let me ask you this question. I want you to be like as honest as you can. So, what would you say was going on in your life before you actually joined the program? Where were things at for you?
Hot mess.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
A hot mess. Oh my goodness. Um, right before I joined the program, I was in a lot of stress.
Okay.
I was in school. I was trying to build up my faith.
Yeah.
I just had a lot on my plate, in every aspect, and I was
Yeah.
trying to juggle everything, and it was
Mhm.
to the point where I wasn't sleeping. My thoughts were running wild, which was also affecting my sleeping pattern.
Yeah.
There would literally be days where I'd be up and just get like maybe 2 to 3 hours of sleep in between. Um, my emotions were going rampant. So when I joined this program, it was like it aligned at the perfect timing because I was able to hear God clearly. I pulled out of school. I heard God instructions. I pulled out of school.
Yeah.
I joined this program and it cleared my mind. I was able to also understand that daily pressure is not needed. And I
Mhm.
actually put the pressure on myself.
Yes.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
really helped me balance things and what is really a priority and what is just it could hold off
Right.
or it could be done tomorrow. Also getting the rest. I
Yeah.
am now able to get rest without feeling guilty
Mhm.
and just listening to my body and just being like, look, like it's actually okay if I just want to rest today
Yeah.
and just get nothing done. Like
Yeah. Like
it's literally
you're gonna
okay.
relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, I also feel like what's stronger with me too is my boundaries.
Yeah.
Um, I really enforce my yes and my no's, and I stick to it
Okay.
as well. So I
Mhm.
like this program really, really helped me in all different aspects.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What finally made you say, okay, I don't want to keep living like the way I was living? Was there like a turning point for you? What was it that made you finally say, I got to do this, or I'm going to give my yes to go into like, what was that like? I guess maybe pivotal moment for you? What was that? If there
Um,
was
it
like
was,
that.
it was definitely a pivotal moment, and it was just
Yeah.
the fact of knowing that if I want things to change, I got to be the change,
Okay.
right? I can't keep going through the same cycles and expecting different outcomes. I'd
Yeah.
actually have to do something different
Yeah.
to have
Yeah.
those outcomes
Yeah.
um, come to play.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. And so you're in the program now. What would you say is something about yourself that you really noticed has, I know you just gave a few examples, but what would you say that you truly have noticed about yourself that has changed within the last 2 months, the last 8 weeks? What are some things that you can really like pinpoint and say, yeah, for sure?
So I would definitely say getting more rest,
Yeah.
really focusing on my needs. I
Okay.
used to before put my needs last
Mm,
and really feel like what I what I now know that I need before I didn't think it was a need. I wouldn't prioritize myself really. So now I'm very structured when it comes to that. Like I'm serious about myself.
yeah.
And I think that was really huge for me because I wasn't like that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so definitely understanding myself, getting to know myself, getting to learn that it is important to love myself and care for myself,
Yeah.
just as it is to love everyone around me
Yeah.
and care
Yeah.
for them.
And so for you, for like anybody that's listening as well, like Samantha's a wife and she's a mom of two. So did you find that to be challenging at first because you're so used to, really taking care and catering to everybody? And what has that looked like? Like how is your husband? How are your children? Um how are they now reacting? How are they gravitating to this? Like what does that look like? How's that playing out in your house?
I would say the hardest part was for me to accept it because I was the
Oh,
one who needed that change
okay.
and needed that mindset change. But I feel like once I overcame that and
Yeah,
implemented it, the
yeah.
rest of the house is like, yeah, like cool. Like, like, oh, she's
Okay.
taking the day off. Like, that's cool, right?
Yeah,
Elijah's homeschool, so there are some days where I'm like, hey, like, we're gonna take a break today. We're gonna do other things,
yeah,
but it's just not gonna be sitting down doing workbook. And he's like, yeah, like that's neat. That's cool, mom.
yeah,
Like whatever you want. Same thing with my husband,
yeah.
right?
Mhm,
There are times where before I would feel that I was really stressing over certain chores and stuff like that,
mhm.
where now it's either he's got it or I'm okay with leaving it and just be like, hey, babe, like I got that later. I'm just not gonna do
Okay.
it right this second.
Yeah. And so,
So for myself,
hearing you say that, that just confirms what a lot of other women have said here in the program, and then even like women in the DMs. It really does speak to the fact that we often, as women, will put a lot of added pressure. Not to say that we don't have pressures, but sometimes we will put additional added pressure where it's not needed, and almost like forget that if for those of us that do have a partner will know that we do have a partner that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to, to just to know that there is somebody else there and you don't have to be carrying all of the things alone or carrying all of that load. Knowing that that's available as opposed to thinking, no, I got to do all the things and they all have to be done right now because if they're not done all right now, like everything's going to fall apart. Right. So,
exactly. Exactly. I know like previously before, for example, I wouldn't be able to sleep if there's like one dish in the sink. I would have to do it before bed. Like
yeah,
everything has to be spotless.
yeah,
Nothing on the table, nothing on the counters,
yeah.
everything wiped down. And now if I want to have a late night snack and I'm putting the spoon in the sink and I'm like, I'll leave it for tomorrow. Like it's just a
You're not
spoon.
freaking out.
It'll be okay. Yeah, exactly. Like I can literally go to bed and be perfectly fine.
Be okay with that. Okay, okay. All right, so let me ask you this. What's something that you would say you would used to struggle with that really feels different for you now? I know you just gave that example. But if we were to go deeper, like I don't know, if maybe it might be overthinking, like trying to control everything, like those are just examples I'm throwing out. But what's something that you can say that you truly, truly would it would be like a deep struggle with where now it's just like you feel completely lighter or you look at it differently.
I would say caring for myself would be like my number one. Caring for
Mm,
myself and setting boundaries for myself,
yeah.
um, regardless of who it is,
Okay.
right? I've learned that boundaries are healthy
Yeah.
and taking care of myself is healthy. So if I need to take 10 minutes, I
Yeah.
will walk away and take my
Yeah.
10 minutes, go into
Yeah.
my quiet space, my secret place, and take that breather, which before I used to bottle everything up.
Yeah.
And then I would
Mm,
feel like that's when it would come out as control because I would have so much bottled up in me where I'm like, no, like this has to be this way and that way and this way and that way.
yeah.
Um, but once I released that and I was able to take some time for myself, it cleared my
Mhm.
mind. It made me see clearly. I
Yeah.
was able to release things. My nervous system is more calm now, where now I'm not controlling. I'm
Hmm.
able to let things go quickly. I'm able to walk away from hard scenarios and take a break instead of just releasing whatever's in me because everything's bottled up. So I would say myself because that's like the main root of everything
Yeah.
that it affected.
Yeah. And so what does it feel like now? Because I know I've heard some women talk about like just even the idea of like they may feel comfortable with setting boundaries with certain people, but when it comes now to like, okay, I'm feeling more confident. I'm gonna now start setting boundaries just as a whole with everybody. How did that show up for you, and what did that feel like? Were you nervous about that? Like, and what does it look like for you right now?
I was definitely nervous,
Yeah,
especially with setting boundaries with, let's say, people in my family
yeah,
and people I love truly.
yeah.
Um, I used to have a very hard time saying no to people or like, hey, I can't do this. I would just find the time to do it. I would stop what I'm doing and
Uh-huh.
just forget about whatever I had planned and focus on the individual.
Yeah,
Where now I'm taking my schedule more seriously. I'm
good.
taking myself more seriously. So if I have something already that I'm planning, that's where like the boundaries would come in and be like, hey, like I could work on this time. If
Mhm.
not, we got to compromise, but
Yeah,
I can give up already what I have planned to do and
yeah,
just rush over. So I feel like saying no or just not right now is really important too, because I wouldn't really get things done for myself because of that.
yes. Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. It's like you would consistently be like putting yourself on on the back burner in order for you to meet other people's needs, right? And then like
Exactly.
it's like you're suffering and you're hurting inside. Um, and so this shift now where it's like you're realizing it's okay to really focus on self-care and putting yourself first. What does that feel like for you in every day now? Because I say this because I know there's still women that actually feel that putting themselves first or taking care of themselves is actually selfish. But how do you view that now? Like, what does that mean for you?
For me, it means self-awareness. If
Mm,
I'm not taking care of myself, I'm not self-aware about anything else around me. And I'm causing more harm to
yeah,
those around me and to myself
yeah,
versus being self-aware. And now that I'm self-aware and I
yeah,
could think clearly, I could see clearly, that pours out into everybody else. So when
yes.
I'm when I do get the chance and the time to serve somebody else, it's at a full force with a clear mind and a clear heart and clear hands versus me
Yeah.
thinking about something else or me stressing about something else.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, that's actually really good. And I really hope that that really resonates. I believe that's going to resonate with a lot of women if they really take in what you just said there. Yeah, that's like being more self-aware. So then I guess my final question for you would then be like if there's a woman that's watching this right now and she's feeling like I'm always in survival mode and I don't know how to turn this off. I don't know what to do. What would you tell that woman that's listening?
I would I would put it in an easy sense will be like this. If you're in survival mode, you're contaminated. And if you're pouring into other people, you're pouring into their cup, whatever it is that's contaminated. And then
Mm,
now they have a cup that's contaminated, filled with whatever it is that you're pouring into them. But when you clear yourself first, now
yeah,
you could pour out something that's filtered and clean
mm,
and healthy.
yeah,
And it's healthy on the inside of you first, and
yeah,
then it pours out healthy into somebody else. And that could
mhm,
actually affect somebody else too, because then now they're getting something that's healthy and they're like, whoa, how did you do this?
yeah,
What is this? What does that look like? And it just continues where now you're pouring something healthy into somebody else, and the cycle just keeps going on and on. So I would
mhm,
definitely say for women who are in survival mode, self-awareness is number one.
yeah,
Be aware that you're actually in survival mode. And once you're actually honest with yourself, get yourself the coach or the mentor to help you get yourself
yeah,
into a program
yeah,
to really help you get you out of that because you'll
yeah.
see a difference in yourself and the people around you.
Okay. Okay, so one more question. I know it's a final question. So what would you say then to any woman that's kind of like contemplating, like they've heard the testimonials, they're hearing from you, they're hearing from the other ladies, they're seeing some of the posts and they're just wondering, they're questioning, like, is the fierce feminine pathway for me? Because I'm hearing a lot of stuff about femininity, but being the program, it's not just about the femininity. There's so much more. What would you say to that woman that's on the fence as to like whether this is something that would benefit them or is this for me?
I think the word femininity is contaminated by the world. I really
Mm,
do. I think we're so programmed and focusing on what we think that means
yeah,
versus what it actually is and
Absolutely.
what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I would say to anyone on the fence,
Yeah.
it's just for you. Like, there's no thinking about it. If you're a woman, it's
You
for
need
you.
it,
That's
right?
it. That's it.
Yeah. You know, that's actually that's perfect. If you're a woman, this is for you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's good. I don't think I have anything else to say. Like, if you're a woman, this is for you. The Fierce
That's
Women
it.
Pathway is for you. That is it. Any final words that you want to say, Samantha? Before we kind of end this, anything that you want to close off with, I'll let you do that.
Um, no, nothing that we haven't stated, just that it's for any woman really and truly. Like us women go through so much.
Yeah,
No life is perfect.
yeah.
Everybody has some type of trauma or something that affected them, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually.
Yeah,
So even if they're dealing with one thing that they're struggling with, I would still recommend
yeah.
this program for them.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Samantha. I so appreciate your time. I appreciate you just even pouring into yourself and realizing this is something you needed and allowing yourself to do that, investing in yourself, which is very, very important. And I know you understand that. And I really hope that anyone listening will be able to benefit from what you shared with me here today. So I thank you so much for your time. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you for having me.
Thanks again.